All right, we are back. We are so back. Who's going to be the first one in here? Let's do a little poll. Is Canada cooked? And yes or no? Why does it always have to be way up here? There, I got the poll. Let's go. Is Canada cooked? Number one. There we go. So, yeah, I just got back from a little nap, and I ordered some Amazon stuff for my microphone earlier, which came in. Oh yeah, I should have turned on my microphone right now. Oh well, too late. Sorry about that, you guys. But anyways, yeah, I ordered a microphone for my cell phone. And yeah, I got Amazon Prime for free for a month. So comment, you guys, like, have you guys ever used Amazon Prime before? Are you guys totally new to this whole Amazon Prime thing? Oh, we got our first commenter on the poll. Is Canada cooked? The first person says no. All right, bro. What makes you think that? All right. I'm starting to think maybe. I think maybe we'll be okay. I think so. You know, not because of people or anything, but because of robots. But yeah. Just listen to some workout music in the background and chilling with the gang, chilling with you guys. I shaved my head yesterday. Shaved my beard yesterday. And yeah, we'll get the live stream going. I'm going to start being more consistent with you guys. For real. It's no cap. I'm going to be way more consistent with you guys. 11 p.m. Atlantic time every night. 11 p.m. Atlantic time every night. What's up, chat? How's it going, guys? Comment below. Where are y'all from? How's everybody going, guys? What's up? What's up, Van City? What's up, Shroud? Comment below, gang. Where y'all from? Reverett, it's going good, man. I just got Amazon Prime free for a month. How's it going? Shroud from USA, Van from Brampton. We got Builder from Canada. Okay. We got a lot of Canadians in here. Good. Right on, guys. Take that poll, you guys. There's 21 people in here. Come on. Is Canada cooked, yes or no? I wonder, can I answer the poll? I'm not sure if I can. Comment below, guys. Where are y'all from? Oh, my God. This sets the tone for the live stream. It's just to set the tone for the live stream. Van City says, just so you know, I could tap you out blindfolded. Okay, so you like martial arts? Okay. Yeah, okay. Stop letting Canada be cooked. All right, I'll try, bro. I'll try my best. That's why I'm doing this, man. I'm trying to save this place. Not trying to wreck it, trying to save it. Will says that the ice is too cool to be cooked. Well, all ice melts, bro. All ice melts. Even the thick ice. Matt says, I'm bald. Yeah, dude, I shaved my head last night, dude. You never talked to a bald guy before? Hey, Kawa, welcome back, bro. No, I'm just, now I know where you guys are from Canada. What time is it? What time is it, chat? For me, it's 11 p.m. 11 p.m. What time is it for you guys? Might even make someone a moderator. All right. For me, it's 11 p.m. And yeah, shout out to you guys. Thanks for taking the poll. Big respect for you guys. Nice 10, 11 votes. Cool. What's up, Clicks? How's it going, man? Travis just says, make me a mod, bro. Poorhouse Boy, I'm from New Brunswick, Canada, bro. I'm from New Brunswick, Canada. Welcome to my live stream. Uh-oh, chat. We got someone in here says they like Trump. They say they're a Trump fan. I don't know who his name is, but Chicago, I'm an American, and I wish no ill will. All right, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. New Brunswick, the Wick. Urban talking about the states now. Click says he's heading to bed pretty soon. Right on, right on. I just took a little nap earlier, not going to lie. It's 10. It's 10 in Windsor. Okay, right on. What do I do for a living, chat? Maintenance at a post office, you guys. Nothing scandalous. Nothing over the top interesting. I just go live twice a day, make videos about Canada, trying to figure out how to make Canada better, and just hanging out with the crew. What do you do, Angel? All right, Grenade, all right. Official says, I love New Brunswick. Yeah, New Brunswick, nice little place, quiet. I like quiet little towns. I like quiet little towns with cheap houses. Spartacus with the diss, he says, get a hair transplant. You look funny. Ha 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 ha. Isn't that funny? Is that funny? You're just trying to say stupid stuff to get me to read it. Some dude says, what is not cooked? That's a good point, dude. That's a good point. The state of the world right now could be a little bit sus. Hey, man. I hear you, bro. But us guys, we gotta come together and figure out what to do about it, you know? And we do that by working out, lifting heavy-ass weights. Urban says New England wants to be part of Canada. You think so? Are you guys gonna give up your monastery over there? Or monarchy up there, I should say? Angel says, is Justin Trudeau still the president? Oh, my God. Oh, dude, we got prime ministers, man. He's gone now. He's dating a famous singer. American says, we are going to take Canada. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Somebody said it. Somebody officially said it. It's on the shopping list. It's on the wish list. It's on the wish list, more like it. You just want our resources. That's what you want. To save U.S. and Canada, we're going to need a time machine. Oh, my God, yeah. We're going to have to go all the way back to the George Bush era, eh? We have to go back to the George Bush era. That'd be something. America with Greenland, yeah. They're going to get Greenland faster than they'll get Canada. You guys will get Greenland fast, but you guys won't get Canada fast. We're too tough. He's skating with Katy Perry. Really, he's skating with Katy Perry, eh? Crazy how once they retire, they stay out of the limelight and they just never talk, eh? Same thing like Biden never says nothing. Did I get the COVID, whatever? Yeah, I think I got one, bro. I think I just got one. What's the weather like out there? It's like -5, bro. -5. What time zone am I in? I'm in a Pacific time zone, bro. What about you, Rev? We're going to have to go back to 1941. Oh, my God, all the way back then. All right, why? What happened then? Some sort of paperwork, I imagine. Would you like to be part of America or what? Yes, I would. I would like to move to America, but I do not like your guys' healthcare. Your guys' healthcare is a little bit weird. I mean, a little bit pricey. Stroud says Biden can't say anything to be fair. Yeah. That was crazy whenever he compared himself to a fly. Remember, he said he doesn't think of himself more than the age of a fly. Oh, my God. Creepy. Delaware is a small state, too, that he represented. How old am I, says Ryan. I'm 32 years old, bro. I'm 32. Shroud says Atlantic time. Yes, bro. What's up, Wavy? My outside cat keeps hissing. Come to find out I needed a... Oh my god, here we go. Grenade, don't say stupid stuff, bro. Nobody wants to read that stupid stuff. Central time zone. Some sort of paperwork. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, Wavy, yes, is super respectful. Just saying respectfully at the end of a sentence doesn't make it respectful, bro. What intrigues me about American? The freedom. The freedom. We are not as free as you guys in Canada, bro. Canada is not as free as the States, I find. Anish says, do I speak French? Yes, I do, bro. Megan says, I'm hungry. I wonder why. You jump on my live stream and say now you're hungry, huh? Is it legal? Whatever. I give Charlie Kirk vibes. Wavy just going off the rails tonight. Wavy's just off the rails tonight. Chrysler says, why is Canada cooked? I'm not asking why Canada is cooked. I'm saying, is Canada cooked? But Canada is cooking, and we might be getting overcooked and even burnt. I think if Canada invites like 3 million immigrants this year, then we'll be more cooked. But I think if Canada buckles down and works together as a family and a community to be creative, I think Canada still has a chance to kick ass on the world stage. We can't lose our identity, twin. What's up, gaming? Yvonne just laughing. Yeah, okay, let's read some comments. Ryan says Canada's done. I'm digging, whatever. Why are you guys always talking about that? Why are you guys always talking about that? Hey, what's going on with you guys? Once I had the chance to be famous, says Grenade. Right on, dude. Oh, but I refuse to do that kind of video. Oh my god. Makes sense. You probably wouldn't even be famous, dude. I know lots of ladies, like in a small town, they start an of account, and then everyone just looks at their stuff and then unsubscribes and sees them naked. Christ says there's an immigration cap. Yeah, until there isn't. That's why I said next year, bro. That's why I said next year. Like Gogurt with the Rock comment, bro. Love it. Love the Rock. He used to talk a lot on Instagram, but I don't hear much from him now, now that he downsized on muscle. What's up, Ocean? Welcome back. All right, we're getting a lot of comments in here. I grew up in New Hampshire. You might know me as an honorary Canadian. Maybe, bro. Are you trying to say you're native, honorary Canadian? Is that what you mean? New Hampshire? I know a lot of people from New Hampshire that's native. ABD says Canada's pretty fine. What's up, Ocean? Canada lost to US in hockey. I'm not sure. I never watched the Olympics one, dude. You say it like a question mark, so like you don't know either, I'm guessing, but I'm not sure what happened. Ryan says you have a girlfriend. No, dude, at the moment I'm single. Here come the diss comments. The Grouchy Fish says I'm Canadian, period. Right on, dude. So am I. A lot of people in here are. Comment, my fellow Canadians. Unleash. We'll be like Lord of the Rings. Someone in the chat says I have a face for radio. Bro, I get like 5 disses a live stream and 5 compliments a live stream, so it all balances out. Nova Scotia will never bend the knee. That's an interesting perspective. I've seen a lot of people arguing that Maine in the United States should be considered a part of Canada just because it's like on the east or something like that. There we go. Rem says I'm a good-looking cat. Thank you, bro. Ye do. I shaved my head last night, bro. All right, some dude just talking about New Hampshire pride. Right on to you, man. We all got to have a little bit of pride. Military says, is it true you never see Canadians mad? Nah, dude, we argue in the background all the time. We argue more and more. Rev says, I'd like to visit Canada one day. Right on, bro. What's up, Lucas? Of course I remember you, bro. I never forget you, especially with that profile picture. A grouchy fish says Canada's not fine. Too many immigrants. Yeah, bro, that's what I was talking about on my earlier video I posted today. Skincare routine. Nothing, bro. Just water. Just straight up water. Bambi says, when was my last eye exam? Why? Are you like an eye doctor? Used to think Canada was part of America, says T Military. Well, North America, you know, we're a big continent. You know, people consider Mexico a part of the States, basically. I'm just kidding. I swear, says, do a mommy ASMR live stream. I have no... Why does it have to be a mom version, bro? Lord of the Hockey Sticks. What's up, Dustin? Thank you, bro. Commenter in the stream says, Misty, where's my ears? I think it's the way the camera is. It's a little bit low. The camera's a little bit low, but they're there. They're there. If I had the camera up a little bit higher. Hey, Big O. What's up, bro? Big Buck, welcome to the stream. Thanks, Big. Croc says, "Did you kick me?" Nah, dude, we all read your comments, bro. We're all average. All right, bro. Thanks, man. Bambi, stop talking about eye appointments, bro. You're weirding us out. My grandma, whatever. Where am I from? Says Lucas. Lucas, you don't remember where I'm from, bro? I'm from New Brunswick, Canada. Okay, Ryan says he looks like he's me, but he's 25 and he's skinnier with a big nose. Yeah, I'm 32, bro. Huh, really? There's someone here in New Brunswick who his father, this like father at the gym, he walked up to me and he's like, "Oh, bro," he's like, "you look like my son." And I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, let me show you a photo of my son." And then he says to his friend, he's like, "Don't you find he looks like my son?" And his friend was like, "No, I don't. Maybe, I don't know." And then he shows me a photo and I look at the photo and he didn't even really look like me. I'm like, But yeah, I know some people, maybe you're right, bro. It's fine. But yeah, my nose is pretty small. It gets red easy. I'm like Rudolph. Brother from Anamara, you want to visit Canada? Welcome back, Croc. Yeah, NB, nice little quiet place. I need to get a cheap little house. I need to get like a cheap little house there. Like modular homes, like small living. Whenever I was younger back in the day, I wanted to live in a big, 3,000 square foot house or like a stone England mansion or like a castle or something like that. But now that I'm a little bit older, I'm like, I want to live in a tiny ass house and just travel the world, boys. That's what I want. Yidu says he was hitting on you. Yeah, I get people that say nice things, nasty things. Today is a cool crew, though. I can tell we got a lot of nice people in here, so that's good. Wow, let's check out the comments, you guys. Is Canada cooked? Yes or no? We got 39 votes so far. Comment if you haven't already, you guys. It's amazing. We got 64% that said yes. Whew. And we had some people in here earlier that tried to say, what's wrong with Canada? Nothing's wrong. But I guess the poll speaks for itself, huh? Big says he thought I was from Toronto. I'm extra cool now. Thank you, bro. Thanks, man. Spartacus says, how about the snow? Yeah, this morning at 5 in the morning, I went to go do maintenance at the post office. I was shoveling snow. I might go back again tonight to clean it up. Courtney asking about the shape of the earth. You already know what I think. Ice is like SA. Oh my God. Courtney just asking about planet Earth. Yeah, thanks, Rev. Thanks, bro. Love hanging out with you guys. What does it feel like to be bald? Well, it has its ups and downs. As crazy as it sounds, your hair grows even faster when you start shaving it. Which countries have I visited? Pretty much just the States and Canada, bro. Oh, Joey, I can't answer that, bro. I can't answer that, bro. Like a cube at the top, but pointy at the bottom. Sandy says, am I trans? Nah. Never. Never gonna do that. That's for sure. I ain't iffy about that kind of stuff. 709, welcome back, bro. You're on your way up to becoming a mod, bro. I have an illegally purchased polecat in my basement. What the heck is that? What the heck is a polecat? What's that? Gannon says, am I gonna fight for Canada if shit goes down? No. No. Hey, Sav. I know the pain. But anyway, about the whole fighting for Canada thing, nah. People never fought for me. People never fought for me in my hometown growing up, and people never helped me out whenever I was struggling. And Canada never had my back whenever I faced challenge and adversity in my life. So why would I stick up for Canada if Canada never stood up for me? Germany would fight for Canada for sure. Well, if everybody else wants to argue, that's fine, but I'll just be like watching YouTube videos and doing live streams with you guys. I look like kind of like McCoon. We have better streetwalkers. You do in the States, you do. 709, what's up, dude? What's up, Sear? What's up, Croc? Spartacus. Well, I mean, I could always change up my hairstyle. You never know. In about a month or two from now, I could have a big-ass mullet. I'm actually thinking of growing out my hair like behind my ears, like behind my head, like just like an inch or two. I want to look really like a rat. I want to look like a really sketchy kind of guy. I want to have like greasy hair in the back. You know what I mean? I want to look like a sicko. I want to look like, having the long hair in the back, eh? So when you see me in the front, I'm bald. And then when I walk by you, I have long, like greasy 3-inch hair in the back. Wouldn't that look creepy? Would you guys like that if I look creepy? Joe says I'm beautiful. Thank you, bro. A polecat is not a skunk. It's a ferret? Oh, really? Aryan, yeah, dude. I'm Scottish. Sav, welcome back, bro. Lego, what's up? Interesting. We have American viewers that are not Mexicans. Okay. Spartacus says, come over, bro. Yeah, dude, I'm working on it. I'm working on it, man. Soon. I'm going to maybe ride out the summer here and go to the States in the fall or something. Edus is coming from Canada. Oh, yeah, says, what's new? Nothing much, dude. Nothing much. Just chilling, hanging out with the crew. Zeal says, how old am I? I'm 32 years old. Just getting ready to go for a walk later on with my dog Valentine. And isn't today Valentine's Day or something like that? Or was that yesterday? What is something that's so strictly Canadian? If you know, you know. I'm not sure, bro. I'm really not sure. I'll have to think about that one. Skin is very refreshing. States is the last place I would go. Says 709. Yeah, well, if you're too young, then yeah, you just don't go anywhere. Just stay where you are. Kicked out of the casino. Oh my God. Indica vape, eh? Yeah, 98% vape. That sounds pretty strong, eh? Those kind of vapes, you only have to take like 1 or 2 puffs and you get a pretty good feeling for a while, eh? Sav says, can we see the dog? He's in my shorts there, if you dig deep into the shorts. Spartacus says, I love the States. Yeah, dude. Spartacus says, Trump is my kind of guy. I don't know if I would say he's my guy. I think it's all just a setup or a sham anyway. Everybody's groomed into politics. That's what I think. But whatever, everyone's got shoes to fill. Everyone's got a role to fill. Everybody's got a job to do. You know, even me, you know, my job is just making sure that people don't get hurt at a post office. So I do maintenance over there, you know. But everyone's got something to do in life. Valentine's Day is the day before the birthday, says Sav. Oh, 709 says he's older than you. Okay, just 709 with your profile picture, you got these 2 little toys or whatever there, and you said I'm too young to go to the States. So I figured, you know, but I didn't think you were older than me. But yeah, because of ICE. Oh, okay, 709, because if you go to the States, you'll be considered an immigrant, right? So then ICE will go get you. Okay, I get you. I get you, bro. I get you. It's like, why go on vacation if you'll be taken back to your homeland? 709, Jameson, what's up? Bambi's still here. What's up, bro? The bouncer was mean to you. Oh, yeah. He coaxed you into arguing with him. Yeah. Friggin' shit disturbers, eh? And they pushed me out and stared at me. Yeah. The stare. The social stare of not accepting you. Da. Classic move. That's you and your wife as Funko Pops. Okay. Great Puppet, Spartacus. Yeah. How can we make Canada great again? Just by being creative, bro. Just by being creative. And taking the poll. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think the poll said all what it said. Not too many people said. Only a few people said, oh, well, 52. I mean, I'm not really sure if the nose can climb up again, but I don't know if you guys will bounce back from the nose, but there's 13 people in here. I'm sure the few guys never took any. But all Canada has to do is work together, be creative, and like work and stop this whole social status game of this whole cancel culture thing where, you know, if you do one tiny thing, you get canceled or whatever. That's what's killing Canada. I know there's a lot of like cancel culture in the States and everything, and a lot of woke people in the States, and a lot of, I don't know how someone can be woke but yet pro trans and pro LGBT. I don't know how you can cancel people but then embrace a bunch of other people. I don't see how that works. You should just be neutral for everyone, really. But yeah, and Canada's big time on like just Canada's really big on canceling people, especially writing letters. There's so many laws out there that like the laws in Canada are so loose that people just write nasty letters back and forth, and it's a never-ending court battle game of not being liked in Canada and stuff. That's why the immigrants has taken over, because immigrants don't have that problem, to be honest with you guys. People from India and all that stuff, they don't have the same problem as Canadians. They got different problems, but not the same as us. Croc says, I'm still here. Ham says, can you guess my age? Yeah, buddy, go ahead. Canada should have voted for Pierre Poilievre instead of Mark Carney. Yep, well, a lot of strong liberals in Canada. That's why they'll vote Liberal no matter what. Liberals are always going to win, I think, almost at this point. They found a way that Liberals are never going to lose in Canada, unfortunately. It's just the way it is, boys. It's the way I see it. I don't think there can be a change. I hope Canada and the U.S. is going to meet in hockey finals. Yeah, well, it's a possibility. Okay, Spartacus, yeah. Have I ever gotten drunk at a bar before? I've gotten a pretty good buzz, yeah. I wouldn't say like right out of it or nothing. I would more so drink like at a party, not really at a bar, eh? Like for drinking. Give an extra %. Mark Carney is better than Pear, says DS. Sav says being cool is overrated. Davos, no I'm not, bro. No I'm not. What's up, Moose? Free healthcare. We have free healthcare because we're a liberal country. Yeah, we got Canada does have free healthcare, but everything else is expensive, dude. Everything else is expensive. Yeah. Marcel. Oh, I remember you, Marcel. You're the guy from the United States. You were I said you there's a street called Marcel where I used to live there. Snowy, don't say stupid stuff. DS, okay, let's read what all DS has to say. There's people that don't have money for healthcare. We pay more taxes so other people can get help when they need it. I know. There's a reason for it. Well. That's the reason. You've said it. It ain't free anymore. Smoke. I get free healthcare. Yeah, but still, you still have to pay a little bit for subscriptions. You still have to pay a little bit for subscriptions. Like certain medication is really expensive. The list goes on. It's not totally free too, in a way. Doctors have a lot of power. They can kick you off the job site and make you not return to work, and they can screw up your income. They can really threaten your income there, doctors, because they work for the government, eh? Not really for you, right? So there's a lot of negative stuff about it, actually. DS says true. Yeah, see, exactly. So not everybody's a good guy too, eh? Just because you have a high status job doesn't mean you're a good person, eh? Like not every politician is a nice politician. Not every lawyer is a nice lawyer. Not every single Canadian is a nice Canadian. Okay, Arthur, what's up, dude? Abby, and yes, it is. Yeah, okay, yeah, good for you, yeah. DS says, I know, yeah, I know. I got canceled by a lot of rich, powerful people. But that just means that they're scared of you, and they're all scared of the little guys. We're 10 to 1 for them. Sav says, a doctor once refused me to come into their office. I looked fine. Yeah, see, well, a doctor can just straight up refuse to talk to you. And then they'll write a letter behind your back You know what I mean? You never know. You never know what they're going to do. You have no idea. They could call up a politician and say, hey, make sure this guy doesn't get a job in X, Y, and Z place. You never know. Because cancel culture. And it's not like that necessarily in the United States because it's not free healthcare. Arthur just saying whatever. Are any politicians nice politicians? Yeah, at this point, yeah, J Mechanics. Yeah, good point, bro. Good point. Ryan says being nice in this world is a debuff. Well, yeah, it has its perks. I mean, we can't live a life negative, nasty, and not helpful and stuff like that, So sometimes it makes a difference to do a little bit of helping each other out there. DS says, what do you mean Canada's cooked? Well, for one thing, the GDP is going down. We're not producing as much as we used to, so it's going to screw up our debt to money ratios. And if we invite too much immigrants, that's going to affect our identity in the future. Like say, for example, like Sharia law gets enacted in Canada next year, imagine. Spartacus says, ever play kick the can? Here in Canada, we play kick the snowball down the road. We kick snowballs down the road, dude. What's up, MD? How's it going, dude? Abby says our planet is cooked. There's a chance, though, guys. There's a chance. There's a chance that we can reverse all this nonsense. There is a chance, you guys. You just got to have faith. DS just says, how? DS, are you playing with like a full deck of cards or something, bro? I mean, we keep asking you. I mean, we've answered everything you've asked us to answer, dude. Spartacus, yes, it's so fun. Spartacus says, I used to play Punch to the Face. Oh, my God. Arthur just saying random stuff. Arthur Morgan, we see you, bro. We see you. It's just I just don't want to read your comments because they're like too crazy. But I know how some people are. They're like, oh, if David doesn't read my comments, I'm just going to leave. It's like, yeah, but if I read your comments, everybody's going to leave because nobody wants you to talk about you fighting your grandmother. Tyrant says Canada's the new future. Well, every country's the new future, bro. Joda says, do you have a primary care physician? No. Jay's Mechanic says, I'm from Australia, by the way. What's up, Jay? Sister Nation, yeah. I got a lot of Australian people in the chat, usually. Sharia law won't happen because it's a mixed nation. Well, it won't be mixed if it's like 80% Sharia people and 20% everybody else. It won't be. Everything is a mixture, bro. Everything is a mixture. It just doesn't mean it's like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, It could be like 85, 3, 2, 1, It's what I'm saying, like the vast majority. Spartacus says, ever played Run with Scissors? To the guy. Yuri says, is globe going to be insane? Yeah, guys, just wait until I get that summer tan. Abby says, I was with a friend, picked her up. Oh, yeah, really? Airlifted to the hospital for a fall, eh? I didn't know that was a possibility. Jod says, people don't trust doctors all over the world, but some doctors are good. That's right. And want to help. That's the sad thing. Yeah, for sure. Well, they all want to help. It's just it's like anything else. A small percentage of doctors are just terrible doctors, It's like anything else. Same thing with plumbers and everything else. DSD says, hey, but if the U.S. does get Alberta and they take all the oil, there will be environmental damage. Yeah, well, and it can affect the wildlife and more. Yeah, well, the thing is, DS, on planet Earth, the only thing that matters really is like people and land. You know what I mean? So what's more important, DS, people or land? People or land? People or land? You know what I mean? If you really like the land so much, don't live in a house, bro. If you really like the land, just go sleep under a tree, bro. What can I say, man? We all use the land. MD says, where am I from? I'm from New Brunswick, Canada, man. From New Brunswick, Canada. It's my favorite brand of shoe. That N brand. The real fatherly gym shoes there that says N on it, capital N. Tommy says, what are you going to fight with a slingshot? Tommy, I'm not fighting anybody, bro. I'm not fighting anybody. I'm just here for the McDonald's coffee and driving my scooter because I can't afford anything. I'm just kidding. Spartacus, Abby says, Spartacus, we would be friends. See, get to know each other. And don't forget, too, David took down Goliath with a slingshot, so maybe the slingshot comments is not the best, huh? Do the Australian accent. DS just says Dave. Arthur says, guys, I don't say stupid stuff for attention. I say it for fun. Half and half, bro. Half and half. DS says, if Alberta does well, if Alberta does well, become an American state. Okay, so if it does become an American state and does well, that big orange man is going to ruin the environment. Yeah, people talking about windmills. Yeah, windmills aren't as clean as people thought they were, right? If you guys do some deep research, man, when they take apart windmills, that's a dirty job. If America does drill for oil, there guarantee won't be any royalties going to the people. Is there royalties already in Alberta for Canadians? New Balance, yeah, that's the shoes. Abby says she misses my beard, but she also hated my beard. Rev says the people of the United States are against doing anything to Canada. I disagree, bro. I disagree, man. There's like 250 million people in Canada, dude. You can't possibly say every single person in the States doesn't want to do anything. You know what I mean? You have no idea what some people want to do to Canada, right? Like, you can't say everybody like that. You can't just say everybody like that. Spartacus talking about cars. How's it going, Dance? How's it going, user? DS says we got to save land for the future. We got lots of land, bro. We got lots of land. There's lots of land in the world, boys. Ryan says I want to take Canada, to be honest. Take it. Take what's yours. No, I'm just kidding. No, don't take it. No. I don't know. Well, this is why I'm making this videos. This is why I do these live streams. Because if Canada gets worse and worse, then it's that much easier to take advantage of. But if Canadians can be creative, work together, do cool stuff, then we'll be fine. You know, it's just the problem in Canada is there's so much hatred and cancel culture right now. We just got to find a way to figure it out. Hattie is right. What's up, King? Jardash says, why is it cooked? You're late to the stream, Jardash. Nothing's going on in Canada. That's the problem, says Spartacus. Yeah, it's like 80% of our gross domestic sales that we ship out goes to the States. Nobody else around the world wants to buy our crap. And for some reason, we just don't make it easy. You know, we never really protected the borders very good from fentanyl, unfortunately, because our army's a little bit weak right now. We invited too many immigrants that messed up the culture. Now we're kind of culture confused. Now we got a housing crisis on the thing. Now we got less jobs because we got less money. And now we got more people on welfare than ever in Canada. Canada's full of welfare, man. So I'm trying to figure out a way to reverse this course. Dirty says, do you think Alberta will leave? Only like after 2-3 years would it be a possibility. Not right now, though. Scott says they chose the trees. Wow. We got lots of trees, man, but most of it's owned by Irving gas stations. So it's all up to them, bro. Rev says, if we tried to take your country, it would like this looks stupid. Yeah, well, you can't just go in and invade someone like that. It would be like a vote. It would be strikes and riots, and it would be that sort of stuff. It wouldn't be a full-on war, guys. There's never going to be a full-on war between Canada and the States. And who's it going to be? The States versus like Raj, the Tim Hortons coffee server. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see Canadians fighting for Canada, and that sounds like a pretty harsh thing to say, but why would we? Why would we? After everything Trudeau did to us during the 2019, why would Canadians even fight for Canada at this point? We might as well just join the States, give them the oil, and look on to a brighter future. Canada wouldn't even put up a fight. Christian nationalism, exactly. Just join the USA. You only want Alberta. Brain drain and immigration. That's true too. Yeah, well, a lot of people want to leave Canada. All the smart people want to leave because they don't want if the dollar goes down even less, they lose more money. Dirty says, no offense, it'd be worth it to fight for Canada. Well, I'm not risking my life for anyone, dude. Like, you know, you might think it's worth it to go fight in Ukraine, bro. Go fight in Ukraine, see what it's like, bro. You won't be fighting people, bro. You'll be fighting drones, dude. There'll be this little drone that flies around in the air, and you'll be like, pa, 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 like that, and it'll fly towards you, and then it'll just explode, and you'll be like, oh, like that. And that's exactly what'll happen. It's not the multi-millionaires that's fighting on the front lines, bro. It's people like you, Dirty RC, and me, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So don't fight for your country because your country's not fighting for you. Raj makes great coffee. Exactly. We can't lose Raj. Tyrant says it sounds so wrong. Yeah, it does sound wrong. I know, guys. I know. But it takes being betrayed by your close friends and family to make you realize what's worth standing up for and what's worth sitting down for. Jardesh says, I'm Indian. Khalistani terror is probably in India in the 1980s and 90s. We almost ended the insurgency inside India, but the leaders migrated to Canada. Now we can't do anything. Exactly. Yeah, also think about leaders too, eh? If it gets too crazy, leaders just leave, bro. You're not alone, Jardash. The same thing happened in Iran and Afghanistan. The same thing happened in Russia. The same thing happened in China. If it gets too crazy, bro, the leaders just leave, bro. And they get amenity, and they get servants and mansions in another country for the rest of their lives, and they tried their best, and that's it. Wouldn't have American. Uncle Carney for the carnage. How about that basin you guys got? Enough minerals too? Yeah, minerals everywhere. Minerals are everywhere. It's not the minerals that's a problem. It's extracting them. But we don't have the factory facilities to extract large minerals en masse. Because if a guy like me was to start a factory producing aluminum or something like that, or producing, I don't know, whatever, what would happen in Canada is there would be economic surveys, safety surveys, environmental surveys, politics, community, municipal meetings about whatever. Then you need mining permits. Then you need municipality permits. Then you need lawyers. Then you need some sort of environment statistics or something like that. Then you need like testing, and you need all this stuff, and there's all this bureaucracy that kills people from wanting to do business. Nobody wants to do business here. There's too much crap. Like if you spend $5 million on a mine and it takes you like 30 years to get it operating, it's too long. It's too long. I know lots of places in Canada, mines that are not opening for 5, 10, 15 years, and they're just waiting for paperwork from the politicians. That's never going to come. Never going to come. It's a waste of time, boys. Spartacus says, good point, David. Yeah. I'm joining the Marine Corps. Hope they don't send me to Canada. Nah, dude, if you're a Marine, you're way too valuable to just hang around in Canada, bro. You'll be doing paperwork, and you'll be doing mapping stuff, and you'll be doing little training stuff and all that kind of stuff there. You won't be a security guard at the border, I don't think, unless something's going down there. But you'll be stationed here and there and bumping into reservist buildings, and you'll be fine, bro. Abby, come on, don't say that, Abby. Don't make me block you. Yeah, Judd Poe, just because you're from the U.S. doesn't mean you represent the whole U.S. I mean, some people want to be aggressors, but no, I get you, bro. Nobody wants to be overly aggressive, huh? You might be Canadian. What do I think of America? Well, I think actually America's quiet and boring, like in the middle of America. But I think on the left and right in America, there's a lot of action in California and in New York, and a couple other places might be a little bit more action. But besides that, it's quiet. And in Canada, there's a lot of action in Alberta and Calgary and Edmonton and places like that. But besides that, the rest of Canada is pretty boring, pretty quiet. So it's kind of like the opposite in a way. Sing Horton, huh? Actually, we got a lot of Venezuelans, and we got a lot of people from India, and we got a lot of people from like Iran and Afghanistan now. Those guys are all working at Tim Hortons and that. It's not just India no more. Compliance kills business. Jay says, I can say anything, I'm American. It's just words, DS. Yeah, DS is all over the place tonight. I'm not sure how he feels, if he likes this or likes that. I don't know what's going on. Ryan says, we got nothing to lose. I've been called racist for 10 years. Yeah, me too, I've been called racist. You ever notice how it's like white people that calls you racist? Ryan? It's never your black friends. It's never your India friend. It's never your Native American friend. It's never your like Moroccan friend that calls you racist. It's always like a white guy with blue hair. They're like, you're racist. You made a joke about, race or something like that. But if you make a joke with like somebody who's a different culture, they burst out laughing. Do I watch anime? No, it's been a while. Uzumon, yes sir. In Canada, yeah, you're right, bro. Dirty wants to go to Cuba, wants to check out the scenery over there. Yeah, well, I mean, it is possible in Cuba they start to get a famine, from starvation. That's the worst thing that can happen in Cuba, guys, is that there could be like starvation. All well thought out, wealth redistribution, a lot of money, pensions, yeah. Canada's not cooked, it's air fried. Okay. Hopefully not burnt. Dirty says they're Canadian, okay. Abby says, block me, what did I say? Oh, you just give a stupid little Caillou joke or whatever there. I don't want to read jokes that are like too ridiculous, you know what I mean? You made like a Caillou joke or whatever earlier. Annoying shit will get you guys blocked. You can say like some annoying stuff, but not like one annoying thing a day for like a month straight or whatever. I'm not going to put up with that crap. No one wants to beat Canada. I pay for healthcare, but I don't pay because I don't use healthcare. %90 of Canada's, yes. Some DS in the chat was talking about the environment in Canada when there's like 40 million people, but there's so much land in Canada. It's crazy. Like there's so much unused land in Canada. Like Canada's a big place. Abby says, no, it's great. Well, sad living in Canada, says Dirty. Yeah, kind of sad. Yeah, boring. Very boring, dude. Powerful people control everything, dude. It's crazy. Just the cancel culture is crazy, dude. The municipalities, the doctors, the post office, all the government federal agencies there, they're all woke, man. The news stations, everything. You so much as piss in a corner or blow your nose, you sneeze too loudly there, you get canceled. It's crazy. DS says, no, it's amazing being in Canada. Yeah, it's amazing until something bad happens to you. Until they come after you, bro. Until they come after you, bro. I'm blessed to be here. Yeah, exactly. Wow, a lot of comments in here. Hard to keep up. South Park had it right. Blame Canada. Oh my God, you guys. What do you mean by canceled? They threaten, they minimize your social status. They minimize your income. And they take away your meaning in your life. That's what they try to do. They try to take away those three things. And they try to increase their power. They try to increase their control. And that's what gives them meaning in their lives, is total, complete control in Canada. That's how they dominate all these sectors. Certain, what's up, bro? What's up, Certain Curtain? What's up, Paul? Taco says, I agree. Yeah, simple as that, guys. It's not hard to screw up somebody's life, especially if you have like a mortgage and kids and all that stuff. And you got to stay in your place, you know? You get canceled even quicker. Got on some points. Got on some good points. Cheers. Thank you, bro. Liu Chang. Is it Liu Chang in Mortal Kombat? Private Chinese corporates too. Yeah, they can come in and buy some stuff. Yeah. All right, you guys. Wow, what a big stream. What's up, nickname? Thank you, Dirty. Thank you, bro. What's up, Luca? So you suffer social consequences. Honestly, that sounds like business doing what's in their best interest. Yeah. And distancing themselves from public relations. Yeah. No, so okay, so you suffer from social consequences. Well, I don't know if I would say I suffer. I would say mostly all of Canadians suffer from it. We're all affected by it, bro. We're all affected by the social world, and we're all affected by that kind of stuff. How much an acre? Depends where you live, bro. Depends where you live. But I know a place here in New Brunswick you can get land for like 12 grand, 20 grand for like 3 plots of land if you're lucky. Yeah. Other places in the woods though, you can get like 50 grand for like 100 acres in the middle of, but that's in the middle of nowhere. 50 grand for over 100 acres, but in the middle of nowhere. STH says, what happened in Canada? You have to check out my videos, bro. See you later, DS. Catch you later, bro. Yeah, thank you, Spartacus. Thank you, man. Hello from India. Immigrant migrant in Toronto. Okay, what's up, Demir? My butt's getting sore sitting on the seat. Have I ever been to wherever before? Nah, dude. I want to live in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, well, the thing is that money becomes a factor if you live in the middle of nowhere, right? Because, I mean, you could live in the middle of nowhere with 120 acres of land, but if you're broke solid and you can never get a job, then what happens is in a couple months you're going to lose the land because you're not going to be able to pay like the $5,000 of taxes or whatever next year. And then you lose the land and then you're homeless. So you have to be careful what you do, right? And then you can own the land, but if you have to get a job like 50 kilometers away, then you have to live somewhere else. You know, you have to get up and go to work and you can't go to your land. You know, there's a lot of factors, bro. How can Canada be cooked when it has so much resources? Because people screwed it up. Oh, yeah. Gordon says, where am I from? I'm from New Brunswick, Canada, bro. All right. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to head her, I guess. Hit the subscribe if you like my vibe. I had a great stream hanging out with you guys, though. I'll delete my little poll up here. We got 90-some people in the poll. Thank you so much, guys, for the 91 votes. So, yeah. Time for me to header you guys. I'm going to miss you guys. I'll be thinking about you guys later. You guys are awesome. I'm going to walk my dog, Valentine. And see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Atlantic time, okay? Bye, guys.